Pronouncing nasals. So, the other difficult sound to make in French besides the R are the nasals. Yes, we throw the really hard stuff at you at the beginning so that you have a lot of time to practice it. Don't freak out too much. The R and the nasals are the only things about French pronunciation that's any different than English. So the nasals are special sounds which are made by pushing the air through your nose instead of through your mouth. Okay, so a vast majority of the time when you speak, the sound comes out of your mouth. Okay, this is how we make all the different sounds by moving our tongue and our lips in various ways in order to force the air to do certain things. Nasals, you're going to do the exact same thing, but you're going to do this by pushing the air up through your nose instead of out through your mouth. So if you think about the way that we pronounce the English letter K, and you say K, if you pay really close attention to where your tongue is when you pronounce a K sound, the back of your tongue is kind of up. It's forcing the air to go up over your tongue to the very top of your mouth before coming out. K. We use this exact same tongue position to pronounce the French letter R. So you said a K, and then leaving your mouth in that same position, we attempted to say an R. So you go from K to R. A nasal, you're going to use the exact same mouth position, that same K spot where your tongue is, but you're going to keep your tongue all the way up to the top of your mouth in order to block the air. If the air is blocked from going out of your mouth, it will automatically go out through your nose. There's no other spot for it to go. It has to do with the way that all of those passages are built into your head. Okay? So you don't have to worry about anything else. Okay? Once you have your tongue in the right position, the air will just go where it's supposed to. It is difficult, okay? And it feels really weird the first couple of times that you do it. The easiest way to check to see if you're doing it correctly is to put your hand in front of your mouth. If you are saying a normal word that is not a nasal, you should feel the air coming out from your mouth, okay, coming out from between your lips. If you're pronouncing a nasal correctly, then you should be able to feel it coming out of your nose, or at very least, not coming out of your mouth. So when you think about a French accent, okay, or like if you hear like a movie or something like that, and they're making fun of kind of French people a little bit, and they make that like ha 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 kind of sound, that's what a nasal sounds like. Okay, that's that sound. You can hear that it sounds a lot different from non-nasal sounds. Many letter combinations are going to force you to make a nasal sound. Okay. There are a ton of them in French. So 3 that we see in this unit are O-N, like at the end of crayon. Here I have crayon, that on is a nasal. A-I-N, like copain, you have that copain, is a nasal. And an E-N, okay, so well, by itself, okay, especially if these happen at the end of the word. We also have a U-N, that versus un. That masculine A is a nasal. Un, a feminine A, is not a nasal. That's because any of these letter combinations, if they're followed by an E, then we ignore the nasal entirely. So like O-N-E, or A-I-N-E, E-N-E, U-N-E. If we have an E at the end of it, then it's not a nasal, un. If the E is not there, then it is a nasal,